Hi, everyone. So if you've got a solar system, you've probably scrolled through your production data and seen something a little weird on those perfect sunny days. A totally flat top on your power curve. Well, today we're going to dive into exactly what that is. It's called solar clipping, and we're going to figure out what's really going on.
So, why does it look like your system is just throwing away perfect sunlight? Well, it's all because of a process called clipping. And yeah, it might look like wasted energy, but what we're about to uncover is what it really means for your system's health, its safety, and how long it's going to last.
All right, first things first, let's cover the basics. We're going to start with the simple, common explanation of clipping, the one you've probably already heard from your installer or seen floating around online.
Okay, so here's the deal in a nutshell. Clipping happens when your panels are just loving the sun, cranking out more DC power than your inverter is actually rated to handle. Think of it like this. If your inverter's maximum output is, say, 5 kilowatts, but your panels are blasting out 5.5 kilowatts at high noon, well, that extra half a kilowatt gets clipped off. It never gets converted, so yeah, it's effectively lost.
And this chart, it shows you exactly what I'm talking about. You can see the power curve rising with the morning sun, everything's looking great, and then bam, it hits a hard ceiling right in the middle of the day. That flat top, that's the clip. Your inverter is literally working as hard as it can, and it just can't take any more power until the sun starts to dip in the afternoon. But here's the key thing that might surprise you. This is perfectly normal. In fact, a lot of the time, it's totally intentional. Installers will sometimes over-panel your system. That just means your panels have a higher peak power rating than your inverter. And why would they do that? Well, because for most of the day and for most of the year, your panels aren't hitting that absolute peak. This strategy can actually squeeze more total energy out of your system over the long run. But that's usually where the simple story ends. And honestly, that tiny bit of wasted energy isn't what you should be worried about. There's a much more critical side to clipping that most explanations just leave out, and that's where the real risks are hiding. Yeah, most of the basic explainers completely miss these crucial points. We're talking about the thermal stress that clipping puts on your inverter, the real-world impact on its lifespan, and the absolute must-not-exceed safety limits for voltage and current. These are the things that separate a smart, well-designed system from one that's actually in danger. So let's zero in on the heart of your system, the inverter. You see, during clipping, it's not just taking it easy. It's running at its absolute maximum, redlining, and that generates a ton of heat. And heat, my friends, means stress. Just look at the difference here. Under normal conditions, your inverter is happy, it's cool, it's efficient. But during heavy clipping, especially on a blazing hot day, it's under some serious thermal stress. All that heat can wear down the electronic components inside over time. It makes the inverter less efficient, and it can definitely shorten its lifespan. Okay, so that sounds a little concerning, right? So how can you tell if your system's clipping is just a healthy part of its design or a sign that something's wrong? Well, it's time to look at the numbers so you can figure out what's happening with your own system. You can actually follow this simple four-step process. It really just starts with knowing the limits of your gear and ends with thinking about how the real world affects those numbers. I promise, it's more straightforward than it sounds. Let's walk through it. Now, don't let the formulas scare you off. They're pretty simple. First, you figure out your array's theoretical max power. You just multiply its optimal voltage, the VMP, by its optimal current, the IMP, and then by how many panels you have. From there, you can see how much power is being lost by subtracting your inverter's max AC output from that number. That lets you figure out your clipping percentage, which is a really key number. Now, every system is different, but a really solid design often aims to lose only 1 or 2% of its total annual power to clipping. But here's a super important catch. Those calculations are based on perfect lab conditions. And you know what? The real world, with actual weather, changes everything. On a really cold, clear morning, your panel's voltage can actually go up, which might make it hit your inverter's limits even sooner. And on the flip side, on those super hot days, your inverter's own efficiency and its safe operating limits can actually go down. All right, now that we understand the hidden risks and the numbers behind them, let's turn all this knowledge into action. How do you make sure your system is both smart and, most importantly, safe? Let's start by totally reframing how we think about this. This quote really nails it. Clipping isn't a flaw. It's your inverter's built-in self-protection. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do to keep from frying itself. When you understand that, you can work with it, not against it. And this brings us to what is maybe the most important takeaway of this whole thing. Overpaneling is totally safe if the rest of the system is designed to handle it. This means the wiring has to be thick enough for the absolute maximum current your panels can produce. It means your breakers and fuses have to be rated correctly. And critically, it means your inverter needs plenty of space and good ventilation to get rid of all that extra heat it's making. So, we'll leave you with this question to chew on. Is your system truly optimized for long-term performance and safety, or is it just operating on the edge? Really understanding clipping is the first step to knowing that answer and making sure you get the most out of your solar investment for years and years to come. And finally, just a quick but very important reminder. Electrical work is no joke. It's dangerous. So please always talk to a qualified professional before you make any changes to your system. This explainer is just for educational purposes.